Hi everyone, Vicky Verley here, Rock and Roll Prophetess. I don't normally this week of the month I post a broadcast from the universe, and I really don't have one prepared. I have lots of things, ideas. My notebooks are full of many more broadcasts. There'll be many more broadcasts of the universe to come forward, but I need to go over my notes and kind of iron it out. I didn't have enough time to get it together this week. But something else happened this week. I found these old files that I had years ago, starting in the late 90s to early 2000s. I was going to make my own tarot deck, and it was photographic, photographic like collage. And I was working on it, and I just kind of dropped the ball. It's a lot of work, there's a lot of cards, 78 cards. And looking back on it, some of them are okay, but some of them are not. They would need reworking, and, my Photoshop skills, I was kind of newer to Photoshop at that time. So some of them aren't that great. But I thought instead of them just drifting off into oblivion, into cyberspace, and maybe never seeing the light of day, I thought maybe I'd just show you what I did have. Because I enjoyed looking through the old files. So here we go. First one is the Ace of Cups I did. And this is from a fountain at the zoo, actually. One of my favorite places, as you may know. And the water's coming out of it, and I put all the purple around it. This one's halfway decent and may even possibly be salvageable. What's next? Oh, the Three of Cups. This one is actually kind of cool too. The Three of Cups was taken at a medieval wedding that we went to, and it was funny because these girls and we were laughing so hard. I'm like, dance around in a circle and clink cups, and they were doing it, and we were cracking up laughing, all of us. But I think you can really tell there is I did capture like the joyous nature, if I can zoom in, because we were laughing so hard. It's kind of blurry, sorry. But it's joyous. They're all joyous and laughing. And then I, of course, did the Photoshop with the flowers all shooting out of the cups and everything and all over the place. And I think this one actually is pretty decent too. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is Knight of Cups. This is a friend of mine from back then. I did a lot of retouching on this, and I put what I was trying to do is like there's a Pisces, a Scorpio, and Cancer. There's the three water symbols on there, so I was trying to do that in every one, and I had him hold the cup and everything and wear. These are like toy helmets that I got from like wherever, the dollar store at Halloween or something. Yeah, but I did a little touching up. The background, it's a little dark in front. This would need more working out, but kind of cool. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh, Page of Cups. This was always one of my favorites too. This was my friend, my ex-drummer's daughter at the time. She's probably got to be in her 20s now. Mid-20s at least. She was, like 10 or 11 then. Again, I have the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and her holding the cups, and we put the flowers around her head and little seahorses. So I like this one too. I think this one could definitely be salvageable. What else we got? Oh, King of Pentacles. All the Pentacle people, I did, I had them hold a Frisbee when I took the picture, and then I inserted the Pentacle over where they were holding the Frisbee. This is some guy that used to come in my parents' bar. And he's actually wearing my bathrobe, and then I changed it around. I had one of those old fuzzy bathrobes. And I think this is even like one of those Burger King crowns. But I did the same thing in here. I've got the Taurus symbol, Capricorn symbol, Virgo symbol. So I put the symbols in there, and then the Earth people, as the water, I had water behind. I had a lot of. These are just collage-y stuff from my garden. Those are some grapevines, and I think that's my wisteria plant, and I just kind of collaged it all in there. This is Knight of Pentacles. Again, he's holding the Frisbee when we took the picture. I think this is the same plastic helmet that I had the Knight of Cups wearing, and I think this is like a bed sheet. This is that armor he's wearing is my old armor from my Valkyrie days when I was in the band Valkyrie. That's my old armor. And again, here's the symbols. We've got Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Okay. And the green background. Same plants. It's the same pictures. They're just moved in different spots. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, yeah, this is me. I never liked this one. I didn't like this picture of me. Somebody else took it, wearing my faux fur coat and holding my wand. This is actually a wand that I did make. It has a bird's wing on it, and I carved out all this... these symbols on this stick, and there's a big crystal on the end of it, and this is a real wand that I think it broke but I did make it. This is so old, this is like 15 years ago. And I'm much skinnier, you can see too. But anyways, again, the symbols are Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And I don't know what I'm wearing. That's not, I think I must have put that thing behind there, the crown after, because I don't remember having that crown thing. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, this is the Queen of Rods. This girl, was a reader too. And that's her actual cat, this would need some reworking too. It's a little bit too contrasty with the bright red. I don't know if you can see, but there's this big rod here that I drew, and I do like that. And she was actually, I think she was holding a broomstick. That's what I had her in the actual photo. She was holding a broomstick. And then I went in and put all these leaves and stuff on there. I think that part turned out kind of cool. I don't know if this red is just too fiery. But then I have in there these symbols. There's Aries, Leo, and Sag just down here. This one is one of my faves. Pretty cool. Old family friend of mine. He's wearing, there's that same helmet again. He actually is into medieval fairs and stuff. So he had these gloves and he had this sword and stuff. He was really into doing this photo. And this is the Knight of Swords. Anyways, and what I was doing with the air signs, and I put butterflies all over them because I thought that they, that would represent air. But then as I go back now, I looked at cards and I wasn't really aware. I guess my subconscious mind was probably aware of it, that there are butterfly cards on a lot of the air sign cards. But I thought at the time that I was just getting that on my own. So I put all the butterflies around and the swirly background like air. This is one of my faves. I think this one could stand alone. Maybe he needs to be brightened up a little bit. But of course then I have the symbols like up here again, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, let's see what it's next. Death. This is also one of my faves. I thought this one turned out pretty darn cool. I built this out of, I had a 3D modeling program where you can build skeletons and stuff. So I built this face, and then I did the crazy coloring on it. And this is photos of actual armor from somewhere, maybe the museum or somewhere. I went and took photos. I built this horse out of that 3D modeling program too. And then I just superimposed it on. And then that background, that's this crazy design that I did in Photoshop. And then these, the dead people or the sleeping people down here, I pulled those out of old paintings from way back in the day that are like public domain now. And I really like this one. And I like that vortex opening up behind the death thing here. Okay, this is Empress. This is another one of my friends posing for me. Now, she had brought her own wand too. She had one. The face frowning a little. She needed to be more smiling or better. But, it's pretty cool. I like the background, the way I did the background on this one. And instead of putting Venus, as it is on many of the decks, I put the Ceres symbol down here for the Empress. This is a sun card. This is not one of the best ones at all. This totally needs reworking. My friend her son was just the right age, and he looked just like the kid on the baby on the Rider-Waite Sun card. So, but we couldn't get him to sit still, and it was a lot of commotion at her house that day, so that didn't come out good. And then I took a carousel photo, so the Photoshop is not good, and I don't like this. It looks bad. This would have to be probably just trashed and even redone. Of course, this kid's probably a teenager by now too, so I couldn't get him again. Let's see. Oh, Tower. Now, this may be a little disturbing to some people, but when the 9/11, there's my old crown that everybody's wearing in the photos. But when 9/11 happened, I was like, wow, talk about the tower. And so I did use it. I don't know if it's in bad taste. Well, like I said, I've never released the photograph. And then I put the people as modern day people because they were diving from the buildings. I mean, it was right out of the tarot deck. It was crazy. Okay, so let's go on to the next. Oh, then back to Ace of Cups. So that was it. That was all I got done at that time. I have files somewhere, tons and tons of other photos. But I just thought, I didn't have anything prepared for this week, and why not just put out that old deck, those photos, and put them out there in case I never finish the deck, which I don't know. I don't have any immediate plans to start working on it again, but maybe finding these files is telling the universe telling me I should start working on it again. Okay, so I'll be back next week with our chart reading, and then we'll be doing the tarot readings the week after that. Real quickly, again, I want to talk about my tarot book that's out, and people have been buying it and liking it and commenting on Amazon, and that's all great, and I really appreciate it. It's a book on tarot, and it has easy to understand simple meanings, but the other thing about it is it ties it in with other cards, so you can kind of tie the whole reading together. Short book, but also reasonably priced. I want to thank you all for watching my videos and commenting and sharing and liking, and I want to thank all the people who have been coming to me for readings. I really do appreciate you, and I want to tell everybody who's been donating, I really appreciate that. It really does make it worthwhile to continue to do the free readings. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.